Hi guys, how are you? This is another episode of Lainy's Escape, where no concern is too small. Feeling better with greatness is really the focus, but reality is a must. Let's keep it real. I'll be right back. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's good to see you. It's good to have you here today. Another episode of Lainy's Escape. Today we'll just be looking at a life lesson. So this clip is saying, when the storm rips you apart, you get to put yourself back together again. And this is so true, guys. You know, if we should reflect on all that we have been through in our lives and realize where we are today, we see that this clip rings so true, because look at it. We have gone through depression, we have gone through hard times, but look at yourself today. Where are we now? How are we doing? We got that chance when we took a step back and looked at, what it is that we went through and how we have changed over the time that we have gone through these things. We realize we look at life differently, we do things differently, we come out as shining gold. And so I want to share with you how the enemy has been at me since the year started. You know, the first thing he did was try to attack me with sickness. The flu tried to come, and I bat it away and I was okay. I started ministry and all of that, and things going well, things I do to make myself feel great again. And out of nowhere, somebody attacked me, on the street. And then even before that, at work, I was going through, or I am still going through. I mean, someone wrote an email accusing me of some things without having a conversation with me, things like those, and the attacks just keep on coming. The enemy thinks that when he comes at me, I am going to step back and I am going to give up. But I keep saying I am anchoring myself. I've placed myself in the hands of the man who still the waters, who calm the sea, the only one that can keep me, the only one that can preserve me, right? And the enemy thinks that he can pluck me out of the hands of God, and that's where he has made a mistake. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, now I am feeling, I can't call it just a discomfort, guys. Jamaican term, I'm feeling some pain. Yeah, some terrible pains when I try to walk, so I can barely walk as we speak. And so, I am here, I am off work for just a few days to see where this goes. Guys, I went to the doctor, I got medication worked for a while, and then out of nowhere, I was getting ready for work one morning last week, and I just felt like a bone slipped. I don't even remember if I heard it go whoop, that sound that the bone makes sometime when it feel like it's slipping. Yes, I felt that. I don't remember if I heard it too, but I felt it. I'm sure I felt it. By the time I reached work, guys, and was there, I could barely walk or stand. And I came home, I took the medication that I got and all of that. But I realized that that particular pain was not going away. So I ended up going back to the doctor. And guys, I get injection. My God. I don't know which one of you guys love injection, I remember when I was younger, I was not afraid of injection. But boy, that injection was something else. I mean, the needle alone was long, and when I thought the injection was over, it just started. I mean, boy. And then when it actually was coming out, it gave a burning sensation plus the hurt. So when it was all done and I tried standing, boy, hi, it was terrible. And on top of that, remember, I already was feeling pain. So it's pain on top of pain. And so I went in wobbling and I came out like a great old grandma. Yes, struggling to walk. But to God be the glory, I'm home. Pain has subsided somehow, but I still can't walk properly. I still feel pain when I try to walk or when I stand for long. Well, I wouldn't even say long. If I stand for like 2 to 3 minutes, I start feeling the heavy pain. Yeah, but waiting to get an MRI done and all of that. But the lesson I want us to look at today is the fact that, no matter what we go through in life, there is always a lesson to learn. Always the fact that, we will come out somehow, and it's how we handle it that determines how we come out, whether as shining stars or a dark night. And so I'm looking at my situation now and I'm saying, hey, I get some time to rest, relax. If I didn't have this, I would be out at work and, not getting to do certain things and so on. So now I'm here, I can't walk around, and so I am putting in some reading and getting some of those little things done, doing some worship and all of that. Yes, I'm missing out on church activities, well, not all of it because I can go online, but I love to be in house, but to God be the glory, I am doing better than last week, and I just want to give God thanks. And through it all, I'm learning to trust in Jesus. I'm learning to anchor in Him. I do not know why I am not being healed, getting immediate healing. God has a plan for me. And during all this, I have been taking taxi to get around. And so it allows me to meet about 3 persons so far with whom I interact, and I also ask them about their lives, whether or not they are Christians, whether they go to church and stuff like that. So I got a chance to witness to somebody. Who to tell? That's what God wanted me to do. And so I just want to give God glory, guys. In all this, I am trusting God. And as much as the storms are coming, I am going to ride out my storm. I am going to anchor myself in God. I am going to trust more in Jesus, regardless of what the enemy want to come with. I am a shining star. That's the meaning of my name, guys. My name, my official name, means shining light. And so I am going to let that light shine regardless of what the enemy wants to come at me with. I mean, I've survived too many storms to be bothered by raindrops. So yeah, I am strong and I am going to make it through. And as Maya Angelou said, We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. And this is so true, because so many times we look on other persons and we say, oh, they are growing and they are glowing, and they are achieving much, but we do not see behind the scenes what they have to go through to get to where they are. So today I just want to encourage us that when we are going through stuff, just remember that it is for a purpose and God has our backs. We are being directed by God. Once we place everything in God's hands, He's able to see us through to completion. Yeah? So go, grow, and glow today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. You have been with me today for another episode of Lainy's Escape, where no concern is too small and feeling better with greatness is our focus. Walk good. Love you all. Peace out. Bye bye.